Welcome everyone. What happened when a top political reporter became the story herself? This is Olivia Nuzzi January towards fame, scandal and skirts. Olivia Nuzzi is a well-known political reporter in America for many years. People followed her work because she wrote called full story about the change inside America political sponsorly during Donald Trump presidency. She became famous very quality. At only 24 years old, she became a major reporter in Washington, D.C., working for New York Magazine. She wrote many big stories that made people see the Trump White House as a place full of drama, jokes, and strong behind-bar. Her writing style was sharp, funny, and full of insight. Gossip. People admired her confidence. Many young journalists saw her as a rising star. The sending begins. In 2024, everything changed. News came out that Olivia had a personal relationship with Robert F. Kennedy Dr. who was running for president. She had purposely covered his conquest for a journalist. This created a home problem because reporters are not supposed to be close to the people they report on. Suddenly, the public began questioning his honesty. Social media exploded with gossip, newspaper and online blogs write endless story about her professional life and private life collided into change, other in a very painful way. Her new book, American Canto, after L of Thrones, Olivia wrote a book called America Canto. Maybe people exported into export everything, calling, but the book in conferencing it jumps around in time. It hints more than it rebels. Readers looking for a clean exposition of her relationship with Kennedy will not find it here inside of giving deals. Olivia talk about big idea, America lamp, fate, changer, and her own feeling. She write in a dramatized, emotional style, trying to sound like the frame writer John Dictation, but maybe readers say the book feels exaggerated, the angular, more drama. Here ex fancy spoke out. Olivia Farmer, Fancy High Ledge, also a political reporter, started posting long assertion on his Southback. Here side Olivia and other relationship with people she reported on like Farmer, Governor Mark Sanford. Here also side she acted like a political helper of Kennedy, a lawyer denied taste climate, but then dream keep growing because of Eldeo. Benotly fear where Olivia now work put her job under review. The Wolves Foundation become a shop of her followed by tons of people online. The book Trauma and Problems. In the book, Olivia said that she was caught in a story against her will, but maybe people wonder if that is true. Become she offline often seen to enjoy fame and attention. She exposition journalists them like opposition. research and getting a hand of a story as offshoring as understand. She game better than others. She right way emotionally about cannotly calling him the political and discovering him almost like a toast remonstranced figure, but she don't not give any real fact or deep insight about him. Even though she had special assaults to him. Instead, the book is full of absent insight and demands skin like the old fire of Colfrani. Whilst she wizard as semblance of her own life falling apart. A different book gives a clear pictorial, surprisingly a better picture of Canadly comes from another book, and the spirited writer by Canadly, a wife actress Chase Hills here. Story of Canadly show a man who is riskedly selfish, something cruel, and often dangerous even to family member. To's story, a concerning river more about Canadly as changer than Olivia ever does. The final message in the end, America cannot feel like a book where Olivia tries to be a scorched literary writer but ends up getting lost in her own emotions and demands language. Instead of expansion, the tones she tell a story filled with my story, performance, and self-revelation. Both Olivia and everyone involved had cannotly leisure, political writings, and the media seem to live in a world where everywhere none want attention and everyone played a roles, and that in the real them of the story. In politics and media, everyone performance, everyone want to be seen and something. She performance pieces bigger than the toast. After America Canto was published, Olivia Nuzzi life story in the spotlight. People talking about her everywhere on social media, in newspaper and on TV. Some admitted her courage to write about her own life, while others criticized her for being unclear about her relationship. Everyone had own options, and it was impossible for her to escape the public easy. Moving forward, Olivia moved to California and started a new job as the West Coast idiots of Vanity Fair. She was trying to start over, but the past followed here. Her relationship with Connolly, her accommodation for Red Lisa, and the endless gossip made it hard or forced on her work. Every story he wrote screamed to be read not just for its content, but for what it might say about her personal life. Even at work, Olivia had to be careful. She wanted to be seen as a skilled journalist again, but many people only say the clear-belted reporter was who was part of political scolding. She felt trapped between her emotion and the public curiosity. Relationship on her care. Olivia began talking about her care and cozy. She remembered when she was a child actress, turning up for audition and pretending to someone else. Later, she chose to become a pop singer under the name Libby. She realized the performing and partnering was a part of her life. In her care, in is her relationship. Now, as a journalist and writer, she was still performing. She understood the media game very well. She knew how to speak of the record and how to shape story without revealing everyone. But that technology also made her question what was real. Was she right the truth or just creating story that made her interesting? The public fascination. The public could not get edge of her story. Some people followed here for the dreams, other for her clever witting, and some for bold. Social media user debated every details of her memories. News outlets speculated on her next move. The mix of political remembrance and clear beats made her story irresistible even as she chose to focus on her work. Olivia knew that her personal life would allow attention. She felt like a changer in her own story, something controlling that brought something just reactions to event around here. Lesson learned by the end of that polished Olivia started to see her life differently. She realized that being a journalist was more than reporting a story. It was about understand people power and attention. She also understood that fame could be dangerous. She learned that honestly matter, but so do distortion. Not every part of her life had to be public. She began to focus more on her writing and lists. No, that gossip it. She also recognized that the world old alone wasted here, waiting for the next story, next mistake, or next revelation. A new burning part 2 life the about balance, belongation, balancing trust and privacy, balancing ambition and relationship, balancing the media expansion and her own globe. Olivia started to rebuild herself on just as a political reporter but as a writer and thinker. She came on the spotlight cold skin either as a blessing or a cause, and she needed to decide how much she wanted to let it define her. Even in the choice of frame, scandalous and political, Olivia continued to write. She observed the world carefully, recorded her thoughts, and chose to make sketches of a reality that was often messy, falling to normality, and in the observation she found her strong the ability to keep telling a story even when the world was watching very closely. After Olivia Nuzzi had moved to California and started her new job at Vanity, her life was far from clean. The public still watched her every step. Social media users, reporters, and fans discovered her every story. Her past relations and even her personal life. The is condensed from before screamed never ending, and it felt like Olivia could never escape the spotlight, balancing care and personal life. Even with all its attention, Olivia focused on her work. She edited story, write around text and talks to guest younger journalists, but she also had to manage her personal life carefully. Every decision the made could become public. She remembered how, even as a child actor and later as a missioning, the had learned to perform from an audience. Now she realized life itself had become a sting. Olivia had to find ways to protect herself while continue to process her ambition. She became more carefully with relationship and professional boundaries. She understood that her reputation had earned over years could be fragile and needed constant care. Facing public security, the media and public could be heard. Some people judged Olivia infamously, whilst others pursued her calls to speak about her experience. She noticed how quality story could be spotted online and how opponents could be farmed even before the facts were clear. Through all this, Olivia learned a key truth about life in the public eye. You cannot control what everyone thinks of you, but you cannot control how you act and respond. Refundation and growth. Olivia began to reflect on her care and personal goals. She remembered she excitement of her early day. She thought of reporting and that mistake and had made. She thought about her relationships and the lesson they taught her about trust, honestly, and boundaries. Her movement. America cannot had not revelated every secret, but it didn't capture her journey. The tempest mistake and the choice of life in politics and media. She realized that her story was not just about sandals of fame, but about learning who she was and how she wanted to live educational ending life lesson. By the end of her journey, Olivia had garnered something more beloved than fame, wisdom that understood them, boundaries and important. Mixing personal and professional life cannot care truly product you relationship and you work. Public oppression is not allowed trust. People will judge growth and spontaneous forced on you intelligence and actions. Mistakes are opportunities. Everyone mistake makes of mistake the important part in learning from them and grow. Life in performance, but you change the role. You can't control everything in life, but you can cause how the response to the what will be to follow. Olivia's story reminded us that even in the midst of dream, mistake and constant attention, it is possibly in find grow, refoundation and strong fame and standing may fade. But the lesson we learn story what us forever. connection with this Olivia journey comes to an end from a young reporter returning in Washington to a journalist caught in scalding to a right reformation on her life. She had exported, she hinged and lost of emotion, frame and human relationships. America cannot in not longer just a memory or a story of Sandel. It is a reminder that life is messy, challenging and insupportably, but there in allow room for learning and grow. Thanks for watching and please like, comment, share and subscribe.